Don't do me with the
Yes, I am.
weed.
Yeah, it don't matter about no weed. It ain't no good no how.
This damn show ain't no good. Stop, Skip. Oh, you
No.
made me sick.
No, I don't
No.
want him to go home fucked up.
I'm not taking
You
no.
ain't doing. I'm not giving him none either, Stacey.
I don't
Stop playing. I know you ain't talking shit the way you damn was raising hell up.
I don't smoke no marijuana.
I don't want
Especially
him
no
to be
bullshit.
uneasy.
I don't do
you know?
any drugs. I
I
am
don't
drug
want to
free.
drive.
Me too. I'm drug free. Not beer free.
But we're gonna have a good time Saturday on the James Brown tour.
I'm not going no tour. He wants
And
me to
we're
get in
probably
the
gonna be
truck.
kicked off the bus because Pearl's got some good facts that
Well, what?
she's not gonna talk about probably, and we're gonna question her about them.
I'm gonna have to. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, I know that. That's my childhood. That's just where I came from.
And like he
Before
said
it
earlier,
was
it's
a
not
James
just James
Brown
Brown,
day.
it's Augusta, isn't it? Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
All this stuff, it gave me chills with her going around and talking about different stuff. I need to find out where what his auntie, I guess, Honey, that from the movie they say she was running this little thing where him and his whoever he was went out to get a soldiers. But I want to find out where that place is, Honey. That she show on the tour. I'm gonna ask her about that.
Well, she seems to be real nice. And whoever I talked to at the James Brown Foundation seems to be real nice. So I'm sure we'll have a good time
All
for her.
of them. As a matter of fact, his daughter that was him all over. What's her name? Was it Benita? I think that was his daughter that passed. Got to know her very well. Her place was on Broad Street, on that pub and stuff when I really got to know her.
But I'm sure there is some good stuff about James Brown you know that they will not share on the tour with him.
Yeah, probably. 'Cause they missed out a lot of it. 'Cause
Get
he's
off that
all
damn
over.
phone, girl.
I'm not on the phone. I won't answer. He's
Hit that
yeah.
delete button.
Where it say they ain't got no delete. It said remind me later. Is that what I hear?
I don't know.
Huh?
You don't want to go with them Saturday?
She's going.
She said she didn't want to go.
She's going with me.
I lie like a rug.
She's going with me.
Take that camera off,
You can't
Skipper.
make her go.
I'm not making her go, Stacy. She just supposed to aggravate me.
Oh, my brother called me and everything. Ooh, man. Anywho, turn that off, Skipper.
But we're gonna. I got a question about Tammy Terrell. I want to ask her about.
Oh no, but I don't know. I knew about that, but
Yeah.
Also Tammy Terrell sang with Marvin Gaye.
And you know what? I did some
loved him,
investigating
and
on
then
Marvin Gaye.
And then David Ruffin was very jealous
Yeah,
of her.
I
He
know.
was abusive to her.
So was Marvin Gaye. And Marvin,
Marvin Gaye wasn't
I
abusive
did,
to her.
he might not have been to her, but I realized doing some investigating on Marvin Gaye, he was bad to his women.
I never heard that. That's my baby daddy. Don't you talk.
I love me some Marvin Gaye now.
No, I don't know nothing about that. I
Yeah.
don't do good. And I was so very upset.
I put it this
when
way,
they had to shop
it's
him.
got to be authentic because it comes from a black woman telling the
Well,
story
I'm
about.
mad. I'm still mad. I don't see him being abusive like that. Diana Ross loved him.
You know, sometimes we see things in people that we don't want to see, but it really did happen. You know.
That's just like with David Ruffin.
Ask Joseph.
I wouldn't have never
She's
thought he was
abusive
the way
women.
that he was. I wouldn't have never thought that.
No.
As a matter of fact, a female that I know here in Augusta, one year, I can't remember what year it was, and I can't remember this female's last name, but I know her first name was Joanne. And one year in the Augusta Chronicle, she put a memorandum in the Augusta Chronicle obituary for David Ruffin because she had dealings with him.
Yeah.
And I never knew.
Well, see, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of good soul artists come to Augusta, Georgia,
But
and
a lot
played.
of them did. A lot of them did.
Johnny Taylor was here. A lot of good.
Oh, I loved him.
uh,
A lot of them.
Percy Sledge. You knew Percy Sledge, didn't you?
Percy was like like a fixture in Augusta.
Yeah.
Clarence Carter.
Clarence Carter. Ooh, shit, Clarence Carter.
I met him at Brown's Third World in the dressing room,
Yeah.
sitting on the sitting on the floor, and this female was there, and he was up and down her leg like that. Couldn't see nothing, but I had to be. I was in the dressing room.
Well, tell me that story you was telling me about. Who was it that had the women on both sides of his arms?
His name, he was old school, back in the day of the Ambest Club where John Ruffin Courthouse sits now. His name was Jesse Taylor.
Yeah.
And when he walked through the door, he'd be dressed and he had like 3, 4, 5 ladies on each arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? That was a pimp.
Him.
You-
Jesse Taylor.
Now, what is a pimp? Just for in case people
You
don't.
already know what a
I know what a pimp is, but people
Everybody
watching might
knows
not know what a pimp
pimping
is.
Women, selling women out.
Did James Brown have anything to do with that?
No, I'm not going to say that. I don't think so.
But anyhow, he was
Like,
pimp.
so, he didn't, James really didn't, he didn't have to do that. The ladies loved it. They loved it.
Why did they love him though?
Because he was famous in that arrogance he had, I guess.
Because he wasn't a big fella.
No, he was short, I mean, he was shorter than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love that walk. And
Yeah.
that baby that died, God bless her, that he had them hands.
Mm.
Because he was like, couldn't nothing touch him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
James, and then with the Epps family, I was married into the Epps family, and back in their youth, he dated my mother-in-law. He did. And she's still kicking, she's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of soul history here in Augusta, Georgia, ain't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But more than James. It was more than James.
That's
Just
what I mean,
like,
yeah.
Ollie Woodson.
Mm.
I personally knew him.
Yeah.
And he's long gone, but before he left here, he sang at the same club I'm talking about on 9th and Waterway where it was 50 cents to go see him. But he became the lead singer for the Temptations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally knew him too. Yeah, it was a lot of soul here.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Let me ask you this, Pearl. Just in your opinion, was times a lot better then than they are now?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that is not even a question. I mean, it's yes, because I mean, back during the time we talking about it with James and with me being that young, our older heads didn't have to. Our older heads didn't have to ask for respect.
It was
just
given.
There, it was just given. It was a known to
Yeah.
do that. Our kids are lost. It's like they're lost. They fear nothing. See,
Yeah.
I was brought up with my grandma just scared me because, you know, and I was always told that God forgive you for anything except taking your own life.
Yeah.
But it was just respect is gone. You have no kids respected or nothing. And I had a real grandma, as they say, a real big mama.
Yeah.
We don't have big mama no more because the days and times now, big mama is like 35 and she's trying to get her nails and stuff done and go to the club. She don't have time to raise babies.
I
and,
know it.
you know, and do the stuff that it do to carry on, and you know, they're just lost.
Things were a whole lot better. Even I'm 56, and things were a whole lot better when I was growing up
But it's getting
than they are
worse.
now. It's getting worse
it's
every
getting
day.
worse.
Yeah.
And
There's
you
no
don't
respect
really
no
have
more.
It's no respect for life.
Mhm.
It's no respect for your elders. It's really is no respect for living. You just live day to day. That's for the younger people, but on the older heads, you are worried if you walk out your door because you can walk out your door and they just pull a gun and shoot. It don't have no name on it.
I know it. Might not make it back in your front door.
Right, you know, because it have been times where I am, and because that baby got killed over here, but it have been times where I just walk out to go and take a bag of garbage to the dumpster because it's right here in front of my door.
Mm.
And I hear 3, 4, 5 bullets go off, right?
Pop,
and
pop,
it could
pop.
be 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You
Yeah.
know?
Mm.
So you just never know. You just have to stay prayed up and hope that God cover you.
Yeah.
And I pray that He covers my family and friends, you know,
Yeah.
and the ones that know to steer clear, because clubbing used to be a thing of mine, and I love to shoot pool, you know.
I know, I know
We
it.
got
Mm.
trophies together, and you and I get together and go to the pub like during the daytime, but
Mhm.
it's so scary now. It's I'm afraid to go to the club.
Hell, I'm scared to pull up here sometime, Pearl. I'm thinking about just getting you a damn Uber.
No.
I'm
I'll
just
be
playing.
here. If you don't have time, I can meet you. But I mean, it is.
It is bad now, isn't it?
It has really changed, and there's no value in nothing. There's no value in life.
No, it ain't.
You know, it's just nothing. And people used to help each other, and, you know, but that's way back from where I am because I was a kid. When I was a kid, I can do the wrong thing, and wherever I'm at, and they know my grandma, they don't whip my butt and call my grandma before
She
I
gonna
get
whip your
home.
butt when she
But
get when you
these
get
kids-
home.
Right,
Yeah.
but these kids now, the parents don't tell them nothing, and if you say something to them, then the parent approach you to want to hurt you.
Yep.
But it's always been the old saying that it takes a tribe,
Yeah.
you know, but they don't want you to say anything to them, and I just try to do me and just be by myself,
Yep.
you know.
It's a whole lot of
I
things
see my
changed.
babies. I see my babies. I see my grandbabies. I got this little new one.
Well, we just saw 5 head in Raleigh, didn't we?
Oh yes, those
Yeah.
are my babies. But I'm talking about 7 months.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the little fella.
Yeah.
Bigger, but I can't hold him because I was holding him. And he almost jumped out my arm. They
Yeah.
just do too much now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and I went through a major thing, and I guess I was the one that was acting ugly. I just couldn't let go. But then at the same time, it came back to bite me because it's one of the best things that happened when it got right,
Yeah.
you know. And it took a great loss, seemed like, for that to come forth.
Yeah.
But with the hurt and the pain and stuff that this person was going through, I thank God for it, and I think he left here on the strength of that because I talked about it. And I think with him leaving here, he paved it over and he made a way for it. And I thank God and I thank him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, things are a whole lot different now. And like I told you earlier, I got a small circle of friends. Because everybody...
But you really don't have any, but I must say,
But,
with you and yours, I do have one.
yeah. But people you used to think were your friends, they're not really your
I'm
friends.
not.
Because if you don't do what they want you to do, when they want you to do it, you're not their friends. Yeah.
Right. And I must say that you and yours, you know, just check. Sometimes that's all it takes. You know, I was going to the store the other night, and this young man spoke to me, and he passed me, but he turned and he gave me a hug, and it meant a whole lot. You know, it's
Yeah.
been a while since
That
I
means a
received
lot
that
when people
hug,
do that. Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, look here real quick. Tell us about the guy that runs the store up here, and he was so messed up on heroin. He was so messed up on heroin.
He lied.
He was so messed up on heroin.
No.
The woman gave him $10, and he give her $90 back in change.
Stop it.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. Pearl went to the store, and the old girl went up
He's
there.
lying.
And
Stacy,
the
he's
guy that
lying.
was running the store, he was one of them dot head. He was a dot head Indian, wasn't he? Yeah.
Oh
He was,
my God.
he was a dot head Indian, and he was so messed up.
You better cut that in.
She
off.
give him a $10 bill, and
Not me.
he give her back $90 in change.
lying.
$90 and some change, because he was on that heroin. Well, look here, we're talking about how to make America better and what's going on nowadays and how it's a whole lot different than it used to be. Times were a whole lot better, wasn't it, Pearl?
Oh, dang. Wait.
They were a whole lot better than they are now.
Turn it off.
Cut that thing out, Pearl said.